Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Luz and today we will be creating a speed build, and this is an artist studio, but it's not just for any sim. It is dedicated to my sim that is a painter or artist I should say, because like in that one movie, what was it? Everybody's Fine. The father tells the little boy that he should be an artist and not a painter because painters paint walls that dogs pee on. But anyways, that's an argument for later. So yeah, this room is for my sim, Ava Huntington, and she is in the art career or painter career, and I wanted to create her a space in which she could work in and make amazing paintings. And so this room is in a house called Modern 11.1, created by Silver Simmer 007 on the gallery. You can download it. It's an amazing house. I, however, did not have enough money to buy it furnished, so I bought it unfurnished, and I have been furnishing the rooms as I go. And if you want to see how I furnished the other rooms, you can always look at my Instagram at LuzLovesSims, and there you can see how I decorated the kitchen, living room, and everything. So right here we are building a little sink area for her to wash her paintbrushes. Now Sims can't really do that, but we're pretending here, and that's the beauty of the Sims. You can do whatever you want. And so I used the Alt key as I moved the counters forward so that little piece in the back that shows up when they're against the wall doesn't show up. I moved them forward just enough because I don't like how that looks like. And then this mat right here, I really liked it, and I wanted to design the room around it. So like the color scheme, I guess you could say. And there I think I typed in bb.moveObjectsOn, which is an essential cheat when it comes to decorating in The Sims. It just makes everything more realistic because you can make things be more together and you can elevate things, and we will later see how I use that to elevate things and make it look more realistic. So here we're just putting items on top of that chest, and I wanted to put items on there, but then I figured that it shouldn't have anything on there because I want it to be easy for the sim to open. Even though they can't open it, in my mind she can go in there and grab some supplies, or I don't know, a really pretty art book to get inspired, whatever it is that's in there. And that music device, I didn't know where to put it, but it ends up somewhere else at the end, and you will see. So here we're going back. I was thinking about adding a clock, but not really. A really good tip I have for you guys is to really look at all the items. I've been playing the game for months now, and till this day I still find a really neat item, and I would be like, oh my god, this is so cool for this room. So yeah, so know what you have and what you have to work with. I don't have any CC, so I try to make good use of what EA makes available for us. And I also use a cheat to unlock things that your Sims unlock as they progress in their career, but I wanted her to have them now so that I could make this room. And the cheat I used for that is bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, and then you unlock all the things that you wouldn't have available if you weren't in the career and had not unlocked them yet, which I think is pretty neat because sometimes I find myself wanting to use an item that's for a certain career when I don't even have a sim in that career. So that's a very helpful cheat. And yeah, here we are working with some decor and some art studio tools there. I wanted to add about 3 or 4 easels, but I ended up just doing 2 for the purpose of space. And I wanted a mat under those easels, but none of those worked. I did not like any of them. And at the end we choose the long one that's like the other mat we have here, and I like how that looks in the end. I think it matches, and I like matching. So yeah, I also use the debug cheat, which is bb.showHiddenObjects, which makes a lot of objects available to you, such as the paintbrushes that Sims use while painting. So you will see I did something pretty neat. I created a row of paintbrushes, and here I wanted to add like different flooring around the fireplace, and this is the best way I know how to do it, by creating another little room and then just adding the flooring to the room so that it adds it in that shape instead of all squares. But the really annoying part about that is that when you mess with the walls, random things like the sink will go back into your inventory, which is really annoying, but I mean, you have to do what you have to do. And yeah, so here I am looking for more decor items that I can use. Yeah, I really like fireplaces. I like how they look. I like that she has a little lounging area in her studio. You know, if friends come over, they can watch her paint, or she can have customers come and discuss things. This is just in my head. But of course, with Get to Work, they can, you know, have a business and sell their paintings. And I'm sure I'm going to be doing that with my Sims. So you should follow me on my Instagram account so that you can see my Sims business when the time comes. And yeah, so here I still hadn't decided to use the other rug. I think I grab it really fast here. And yeah, so the debug cheat is awesome. I really recommend you guys use that. It really helps add a realistic feel to your game. I know I go in and grab the dolls that the little children's Sims play with at the dollhouse, and I add them around the dollhouse so that it looks like they have dolls out there. And what I do here is use the move objects on sheet to place things where I want. So it's kind of like they're floating, but not really. And it just, you know, you have more flexibility and, you know, more decision making of where you want your items to go, instead of like the 4 options you have if you place them directly on the surface of whatever it is you're placing them on. So, yeah, the room is pretty much almost done. I didn't put any paintings on the wall because I wanted my Sim to make paintings to put on the walls. I want her whole house to only have paintings that she's created. And at the end, in some pictures, you will see some paintings that I put up that she made. And that's where that thing ended up. I think it's a good spot for it. She has a pretty spacious desk there. And just adding some more decor items to really make it look lived in. One of my favorite things to do, which you will see coming up here, is to add an envelope from the debug cheat items that are available once you use that cheat, and then put a pen on top of it so that it looks like they were busy and like writing a check or writing a letter. And there I was adding that cheat in that I'm talking about. So all you do is type debug into the search bar, and then all these items, like a cell phone, you know, it makes it look like she was just there working. I really like doing those little things. It makes it look a lot more realistic. And yeah, so struggling to add some things. The thing about this is that it requires a lot of patience, I feel, to really get things where you want them to be. It takes me a long time to make rooms, which is why I did not want to do a speed build. I did it the first time, and then it turned out really bad because I felt like I was being rushed and timed. So then I thought, okay, Luz, just pretend that no one's timing you and just go for it. And I did, and it ended up really long, but I sped it up quite a bit. And here we're doing that brush thing I told you guys about. I think it's pretty neat. It's like she was brushing her paintbrushes, washing her paintbrushes and then setting them down to dry. And you have to be really patient. As you can tell, I did one by one. And I think it's worth it. I mean, now you guys get to see this and you get amazing tips from me. And here I am adding more things from the debug section. The glitter that kids use. I mean, she's an artist, why can't she use it? And I'm using the move objects on sheet to elevate things and put them exactly where I want them and not where the counter lets me put it on them. So yeah, just making some final touches. You have rulers, paintbrushes, like everything that Sims use. You can even get the Grim Reaper's iPad from that section. And did you see that back thingy from the counter? That's what I was talking about earlier that I don't like. So I moved the counter just a little bit forward and that makes it nice. And I also like using these lights from the debug cheat. They're really helpful and bright. I kind of don't like how it looks like when lights are hanging. They get in my way of my gameplay. And during live mode, these are invisible, which is very handy, and they provide quite a nice bit of light. And here I wanted to do like an accent color, but I didn't think that blue went nice with the blue from the rug, so I ended up going with white. And since I was messing with the wall, all the stuff that I had put on the counters went back into my inventory, which I told you was really annoying, but here I am again, putting them back. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know. And you can also find this room on the gallery at, I mean, not at LuzLovesSims, but just, you know, LuzLovesSims. My Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at LuzLovesSims, and I love that plant. It's becoming my favorite plant. I think it's really nice. And I hope you guys liked this room. Thank you so much for watching. I almost forgot to put in a trash can, and I mean, artists probably need those really badly. And yeah, so stay tuned for pictures at the end of how it turned out, and I will see you in my next video. And if you want to hear from me more often, follow me on Instagram at LuzLovesSims to see what my Sims are up to and other creations from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much.